Hello, my name is Deanna Burley, and this is my final assignment for 5320. Um, so where I started, this was literally my first page of my project, of my e-portfolio. I pulled this off of my Google Sites because I had already created a e-portfolio for my undergrad college course in Google Sites. But when I got to this program, they wanted us to use a more um, complicated uh, website. So we could choose from Wix or Weebly or WordPress, and I went with Wix because it seemed to be the simplest at the time. So this was literally where I started with my information, what I'm all about, what I teach, my why, my how, and my what. These were literally the first things that we did in this course, in this program. So, who was involved? I shout out Cassandra, Gari, um, Misma, and Desiree. They helped me so much throughout this program. We started this together and we ended this together. We started in our Facebook group that we had together, and then we moved on to group chat where we worked through GroupMe, and we kind of kept in contact throughout every week just to keep updated with assignments and grades and talk about discussions and give feedback to each other because I would not know where I would be without them because they helped out so much. They gave great feedback and they were really involved and a great big help in this process. Of course, I also had other people who looked into and helped me with these assignments, like my professors and some of my coworkers. They also looked over my work just to help me with usability and feedback. So, some highs and lows of my learning process was really just learning to navigate this Wix site. That would be definitely a low. I really got frustrated with myself trying to navigate the site and trying to make it user friendly and making sure that I had all of my assignments up so that I could get a grade, but also making it to where it was accessible and feasible for viewers to look at because this is published for people to see. So I would say that that was definitely a low point for me in this course because I really had to learn to trust the process and trust myself that it was all going to work out. Some highs was that once I did start trusting myself, it really all started falling together, and I was like, "Oh, I got this! Like this is all within me, and I'm fine." Also, the fact that I got to work with other people like Cassandra Gari, Desiree and Misma, that community really helped me to develop and to grow throughout this program because they gave such good feedback and it wasn't so much as critique, but really, really just trying to help me to grow and to learn and to make it friendly for the people who are coming to view my site. Um, Throughout this process, I felt very anxious. Uh, you can read that through my blogs. You'll probably see that I say a few things about how I feel, just kind of reflecting on the way that the program is going and on my project, excuse me. Um, and I had a lot of anxiety going throughout this program because, like I said, I did not trust myself and I did not trust the process because I was looking for, oh, well, what does my professor want from me? What are they looking for instead of what can I give to them? What ideas can I put out that can relate to the goals and align with my ideas that I already have? Um, so that was really kind of how I felt throughout the process. Some things that I have created throughout this program. So I've created projects such as my blended learning, rotational and flip model method. So my implementation outline, my proposal letter. I created a literature review that kind of went into the resources that I used and why I'm doing this implementation in the first place. Um, I've also done media projects, so I published with Gary and Cassandra. Well, we did not publish, but we did create a publication that helped our professor to understand what it is that we're doing and why we're doing this, as far as creating significant learning environments. We also created a podcast that talked about this process and our blended learning experiences, and that was a lot of fun. Um, Throughout this program, I have also created a growth mindset assignment that goes over what I believe a growth mindset is. So I created a growth mindset plan. I have also created a learning manifesto, an influencer model, and a 4DX model. My most recent projects were my alternate professional learning for my um, educators who will be utilizing this implementation in their classrooms. So I created a video to as a call to action, as well as my learning management systems video to help them to understand the design for the PL. I've also created an outline for what the PL is going to consist of, which was tedious but a lot of fun because I had to create those resources and the documents that were concise for my viewers that were looking at it. Along with that, I've also created an alternate learning environment for the students who will be utilizing this in my classroom, in my English classes. So I created a 3-column table with my Big Hairy Audacious Goal. I also created a video for my instructional design, a UBD template as well, just in case I wanted to use UBD or my 3-column table. So I have options, love options. Lastly, is my learning journey, which I'm currently working on now. So I will not show that, but I will link it on this page. Actually, this video will be linked on my learning journey page, so you will be able to see that shortly. And lastly is my learning management system that I created, as well as my usability and reflection. This was for my 5318 course. This is also for my PL for the educators who will be utilizing this implementation inside of their classrooms. So I created a video just to go over my Google Classroom, which I can show you all here. This is the classwork, but this is the Google Classroom here for my educators. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. So, yes, these are the things that I have created throughout this course, and I'm very proud of it. Some things that I've accomplished. I feel like I've accomplished all of the goals that I set out to meet in this course, of course, because I'm graduating in the next week. And so I'm very proud of the work that I've done so far in this course, and I hope that I can continue to develop it and grow over the next couple of years and over the course of my career. Right now, I'm currently working on completing my learning journey for this 5320 assignment and completing my discussion posts for my last 2 courses of this graduate program. I am so humble and full of joy, but also a little sad that this is starting to come to an end. But I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to experience this and grateful that I have the tools that I've learned throughout this program to continue to help me to grow and develop throughout my career in education. A big thank you to Dr. H for helping in any way that he can throughout the program. A big thank you to Dr. Bedard for always assisting and being so gracious. And all of my professors throughout this program, you all have been so helpful. And to my ADL community, and I know I've shouted y'all out so many times: Cassandra, Desiree, Gary, and Misma. Thank you all again, because without you, this would have been so much more arduous. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that you enjoy this final piece.